Hey there, Squatchies. Today I'm going to be doing a movie review of a movie called Fruitvale Station. Basically, it's about a black male whose name is Oscar Grant, who is shot during basically he gets held. He's detained with his friends after he gets on a fight on the train. Let's see how that went. Basically what happens is he's basically a drug dealer for a long time, and he was caught back in 2007 because of something, but he went to jail over it or something like that. And basically the beginning of the movie, never mind, I'll talk spoilers here in a minute. Anyways, it basically shows the final hours of his life and all that, and it was sort of slow at first. It wasn't really it wasn't fast paced, it was really slow paced, and half the time I try to grasp the reality, I was trying to grasp what was happening in the present. And whenever there was a scene, which this isn't really much of a spoiler, in the beginning of the movie there's flashbacks and all that, and I thought that was the beginning of the movie, you know what I mean? But it was very original, but the thing that got me was how slow it was and how it felt. It didn't feel real at the beginning. It felt sort of like a very cheap, not really good, corny horror flick for a couple minutes there, because if there was ever a movie depicting a real life shooting, I swear to God that would not be it, because basically what they did was that let me just get to the spoiler section here in a minute. I'll tell you guys, I'll save it all the way to the end. Anyways guys, the movie was good. It was pretty good. It had me in there about after half of the movie. I was really unsure about it because of how different it was. It felt different than other films that I've seen that depicts a real life event. It was sort of weird because it was sort of gangsterish how the guy was like, bruh, every time, and it felt weird, and I don't know. It was a good movie. I give it about 4 out of 10. It didn't really keep me in there at the first half of the movie, so I mean, you gotta give it kudos for that. Which I mean, it made me want to get up out of my seat and go protest the freaking police because of what happened. I was really mad of the ending and all that. Anyways, here's a spoiler section. Please click out my video if you guys have not seen it. Fruitvale Station, it was an alright movie. It wasn't great. It was great, but it wasn't spectacular. It wasn't a movie I'd go see out in the freaking theaters. I'd probably catch it on DVD. Anyways guys, here's my spoilers review, and I have to keep everything basically under wrap because I just got done watching it. Alright, so the guy dies, I think it was in 2007, actually on the day after January 1st, after New Year's Day, he dies. He gets shot on New Year's Day, and his mom's birthday is also on New Year's Day. And I thought that was weird, because it was something new, you know what I mean? I never heard that, but, I mean, it's not supposed to be new. It's supposed to be a film. So, I mean, it was totally different. Felt different. And, it was different, you know what I mean? It was a weird way on how they showed everything about him and all that right at the end, you know what I mean? Anyways, I also want to talk about how, basically, he gets shot. I don't know how he ended up being the one that gets shot. I thought that was weird, because, the beginning of the movie, it shows the actual clip of what actually happened with the real dude being killed right there, and it's weird how you see people die on camera and all that, and he didn't die on camera, but he got shot, you know what I mean? And I thought that was weird because I'd never seen that before in a film where they actually show the real thing. They usually show like a reenactment, but I wish they would have shown the beginning of the movie at the end again, because that would have looked so cool, and like between the reenacted clips with the actors with the real guy. And I wanted to see, like, you see how he really looked, but I wanted to see footage of him and how he acted, because they portrayed him as a good guy, but the thing was, like, so many things was going bad for him, and the way he like carried himself, it felt unrealistic, because he was like, every freaking sentence that he said, he was like, bruh, yo, bruh, I'll see you later, bruh, or something like that. One time I was thinking, how come he wouldn't just say, like, see you later, instead of, see you later, bruh? I mean, he sounded like a thug, you know what I mean? I mean, half the film, it shows how he acts around people, besides his family. He did do some things, like telling this woman how to, what kind of fish to fry or something like that, and that was sort of like filler, you know what I mean, just to make sure make you think that you got your money's worth. I thought that was a little weird, and there's just a lot of things that didn't add up, and I didn't like how in the actual clip, I paid attention to the actual clip at the beginning, because there's a lot of things that was not in the end, at the end where he actually gets killed, which the ending is actually in the middle of the movie. Literally, there's like nothing but filler at the end, where like you see him and they take out his lungs and all that. I don't know. Also, what is up with the negativity with this film? There is so much negativity, because like, his mother was like, oh, I'm not gonna come visit you, because he was getting death threats and all that right from his mom. Really? You're really gonna make him feel bad? And also, you don't, like, the mother was so heartless, because, like, she refused to tell his daughter that, like, she tried to make her daughter come to see him in jail. And I think that's ridiculous. Your mom's supposed to have your back 100% of the time. I thought it was like, that's not how my mom would react. She would actually try to cover it up, you know what I mean? Like, cover up that I'm in jail for weed or something like that. That's ridiculous. That's so heartless of the mother. If that's really how people are today, I'm freaking scared. Anyways, this movie was really great. They did a really well with the acting and the cast. The acting was really good by Michael Jordan. Not the Michael Jordan that you guys may know, Michael B. Jordan. He's a really good actor. And I've always liked him. Ever since he played in that movie Chronicle, I've always liked him in movies. What's his name? I don't know any of the other actors. Like, Michael B. Jordan was the only one I knew. Some of them, I think they were Spanish, or they have Spanish roots, but because of the way they talk and their accents. But it was an interesting set of people to watch on screen, because half of them I didn't know, and there's only one person I did know. But I will say, the girl who played the Sophia, the girlfriend of Oscar, was not bad. She was okay, but she like had this like corny feel. Like, it'd be like, I swear to God, I expected like a crappy, like, she was better than I thought she would be, because I didn't know who she was. That's literally my stereotype. If I don't know who you are, sorry, I think you're terrible at acting. That's sort of weird, and I bet everyone's gonna be commenting, like, freaking writing on your little nerd pads, be like, oh, this guy doesn't know how to review movies. Oh, he sucks. He doesn't know how to review. Dude, I know. I've watched millions of movies. Movies are my life, like, literally. With my friend John, music is his life, movies are mine. Anyways, I would probably have to say the realism factor about this is that it didn't really feel realistic. It felt realistic at the last part of the movie where the dude gets like. I know something. Oscar said the same thing in prison where his mother came to see him, and his mother told him that she wasn't coming back. He said the same thing to the white guy on the train when they got into a fight, right? But also, I went on the internet and found out that Oscar was involved in a fight, but he didn't actually hit anybody. That's what I heard and what I read on Wikipedia, which anybody can edit on Wikipedia, but I'm going to use it as a source because I use them. I don't know if it stuck to the story. Most of all, I think some stuff was thrown in, you know what I mean, by people's opinions of Oscar, of the real life Oscar anyways. If I don't like how he died and all that, which, I mean, that's realistic, you know what I mean? But if you get shot in the back, like, he got shot in, like, the shoulder, like, the top shoulder, like, at the top, you know what I mean? And I think that they should, like, they said that he kept on bleeding and all that, but also, I think this is also the spawn of, I think that movie was probably the spawn, or that time period was probably the spawn of police violence, you know what I mean? There's been a lot of violence about the police lately, and everybody's sort of been against them. Most people hate cops anyways. There's some really good cops out there, but not a lot. Anyways, guys, my last part will be about, I'd probably have to say, the script. Alright, the movie was okay with the script. Some things, like the bruh in every freaking sentence, was ridiculous. The girlfriend and the mother were really cold. I bet the actors thought the same thing. If I was acting, I would have been like, God, dude, do I ever have to say, like, a negative thing every single time? No. Anyways, it was sort of like, I think they improv some of it, but Michael B. Fox, not Fox, crap, who am I thinking of? Michael B. Jordan, he had, I could tell some scenes were kind of thrown in, like, out of the blue, because of the way it felt like it wasn't actually given to them, you know what I mean? It didn't feel like, it felt like he was just, like, acting for the camera, you know what I mean? Like, he knew a camera was on him, so just act regular. So, like, this, especially the scene where they're just walking, and they're all drunk at the train station, they're just sitting there walking around laughing, and you see Michael go, like, at somebody's joke, and he didn't even hear what they said. And I like how he comes, like, Oscar comes out of nowhere, and he's like, none of that. Like, when they're all talking bad about him and his girlfriend, he's like, none of that. It's just freaking weird. It was just awkward to watch. Camera lens sucks. Anyways, guys, I believe I said a 4 out of 10 for this movie. This isn't exactly a recommend film, but it was pretty good. I would probably give it a 4 out of 10. Anyways, guys, Fruitvale Station, and all my squatchies. See ya.